What's up, everybody? My name's Shans, and today we're going to be hopping into a Clackbridge Troll deck, which I've been searching for a good version of for a very long time. And this actually comes to us from one of our very own viewers. I believe, at least their Discord name is Agent0592. There it is. Okay, so yeah, AGN or AJN, not G. I don't know how to say your name. I don't know if it's an acronym or what. But anyways, this is a very interesting deck, and I found it to be very fun. Now, we did have another person, Park Ellen, submit a Clackbridge Troll deck, and I tried it out, and it was fun when you got it to go off, but it wasn't as consistent as this deck seems to be. Now, all that being said, I have a lot of submitted decks from Discord already loaded up in here, and I've been running through a lot of them and trying a lot of them. But as I have been looking for a Clackbridge Troll deck, this one I decided to try out first, and then I'm going to be knocking out all the other ones. So, that being said, if you enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like down below. If you have a comment or you know, some advice for this deck, please leave it down below. I'm sure AJN or Agent, whatever, will enjoy the added thoughts on his deck or her deck, right? So, all that being said and out of the way, oh, and if you're new here, you know, consider subscribing. I try and do a video daily, yada yada yada. So all that being said and out of the way, let's look at what we're actually playing here. So we do have 4 copies of Clackbridge Troll. For those of you who don't know what this card does, it's 5 mana for an 8/8 with trample and haste, which sounds fucking ridiculous, right? Now, normally when it enters the battlefield, target opponent is going to create 3 0/1 white goat creature tokens at the beginning of combat on your turn. Any opponent, which basically there's only one opponent, so your opponent, may sacrifice a creature. If the player does, tap Clackbridge Troll, you gain 3 life and you draw a card. So, the really cool thing about this, right, is when you're playing it with Revenge of Ravens, this gives you a ton of defense to get up to Clackbridge Troll and not really worry about aggro decks killing you or whatever. And Revenge of Ravens can very easily kill your opponent if they're not careful. Ethereal Absolution helps to wipe out those goats before they ever even hit the battlefield. Single combat allows you to keep your Clackbridge Troll while making your opponent sacrifice everything else. And obviously Clackbridge Troll is a very big creature. It's going to be very hard for them to have a creature that's of the same size, if not bigger, right? The Leyline of Sanctity, I don't actually know the full purpose of this being in the deck, but it hasn't seemed to have screwed me so far, so I've left it alone. We may or may not change it later, but so far it seems alright. We have some Mortifies for some removal, and then we have some lower cost creatures, some Orzhov Enforcers. Hushbringer is actually really good because it means whenever a Clackbridge Troll enters the battlefield, it's not going to create those 3 0/1 goats, so it actually benefits you very, very greatly there. Brought Back is very interesting because it allows you to bring back, well, your troll or anything else that may have been wiped off given your Ethereal Absolution will probably be a high target priority for your opponent. 4 copies of Vampire of the Dire Moon, as this is a great defender, easy swing in creature. God's willing to help protect your trolls once they get down. And yeah, I think that's about it. Now, if I was going to remove, oh yeah, we have 2 copies of Seraph of the Scales to help you deal with flyers, because everyone knows how annoying flyers can be. All that being said, now the way, if I was going to remove Leyline of Sanctity, I think I would add in some cheaper removal than just the Mortifies, because right now the only real remover you have is single combat and Mortify, but me personally, I like to have a little bit more early game interaction than just creatures and ways to bring back useless creatures, because brought back you really don't want to be using until you have something worthwhile to bring back, right? So, all that being said and out of the way, that's going to do it for our deck tech or deck breakdown. Now, we are going to be playing this deck in the standard shakeup because it happens to, well, not use any of these meta-ass cards. So, yeah, on to our matches. Tiny Tim, going to be our first actual foe of the day. I literally just got into a match and played Leyline of Sanctity out of my starting hand, and then the opponent just immediately conceded. So, I'm going to assume that they were mono-red, right? That's the only... It's the only real kind of deck that I could see, like, oh, you have one of those? Okay, yeah, I'm going to pass on that. Now, turn 1, we will go ahead and play the Fabled Passage and get down to Plains. This way we can play into our Hushbringer or any other white mana cost that we may have in the future. All right, 10th District. So our opponent's playing Boros Aggro. So I think it'd actually be best to get down the Orzhov Enforcer. Now, they may have a shock and may just immediately remove the Enforcer. If that's the case, that's alright. We do have a Mortify come next turn. And we'll still have a defender. Weak as it may be, still have one, so. Clackbridge Troll drawing it out, that's fantastic. Question is, do we play Hushbringer or do we save for the Mortify? I think we're fine to go ahead and get some units down, so let's get down the Hushbringer, no swing in. And yeah, maybe our creatures can survive. If not, it is what it is. I fully expect them to play some combat tricks on their 10th district / Red Horde this turn. Tajik, actually they're just going to be swinging in with Tajik. But they can't give them first strike, so you wonder kind of what the purpose is here. And I think it's actually better to go ahead and kill the Arcanist, and we can mortify the Tajik. 10th district's almost always blockable, I think. We may want to kill 10th district actually, and just leave the Tajik alone, right? So unfortunately, Hushbringer does cancel out our Orzhov Enforcer and our Seraph of the Scales Afterlife. Not 1000% sure that the creator of the deck had that in mind when adding the Hushbringer, but or the Afterlife creatures rather. Hushbringer is great with the Troll. Okay, don't get me wrong. I think Hushbringer plus Clackbridge Troll is really unique and really awesome. So I think maybe we should just try to focus elsewhere besides these Afterlife creatures. So yeah, can do that. I want to see them play some combat. No? Alright, well. We're going to try and mortify. They may have a God's Willing, in which case that would be very unfortunate. We'll see though. Fine strike. No, they're just going to pump their Tajik. Alright, well. Fine by me. We got rid of 2 of the bigger threats. We can defend with our Hushbringer actually if we wanted to. Especially since now we have a Seraph of the Scales. We could also play Revenge of Ravens. I'm going to get it down to Seraph. Seraph, if you will. And no attacks. Well, hell, we should have swung in there. Well, depending, actually. If they kill our Seraph while we have Hushbringer down, it's a non-bow, right? And indeed they do. So that is unfortunate. We will go ahead and... well, we're 1 mana away from Clackbridge Troll. If we happen to draw into it, it's just going to be better to play the Clackbridge. So I think I should have played Revenge of Ravens there, actually. We have Mortify, that's good. So yeah, I'm playing the deck a little wrong here and there, but it's part of the learning process, right? Whenever you don't make a deck, you don't fully see all the inner workings of it up front. Alright. Pass to blockers. They're not going to do anything. We will mortify. Get rid of that. Alright, so all we need is a land. A land. And there's another Tajik come down for our foe. Ooh, Fabled Passage. That'll do it. That will do it. Sure, Swamp's fine. Well, I guess actually we should have went with the God's Willing. That's alright. So they have an option here to either sacrifice their Tajik or they have an 8/8 with Trample coming at their face. Well, they have an 8/8 with Trample coming at their face. I'm going to keep my Hushbringer back so it can defend against whatever nonsense their Tajik may be able to conjure up as far as combat tricks. On our next turn, we can play Revenge of Ravens and keep 1 mana up for God's Willing for our Clackbridge Troll, so that's good. Gideon Blackblade. Thankfully, that card cannot attack this turn. And they give it lifelink. Okay. We will defend. Ooh, brought back's very interesting as well, but I think we're going to stick with our plan of Revenge of Ravens into the God's Willing. Keeps us able. So, we will go ahead and kill their Gideon. Now they're only dealing at least 2 damage with Tajik, because we do have the Revenge of Ravens to gain us 1 life, so that's good. Feather. They're definitely going to swing in here. Like I said, we'll take the 2 damage. My turn. Temple of Silence, not really what we want. We need a Seraph. No more lands. Please, no more lands. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get down the Hushbringer. We have God's Willing mana. We have brought back mana, so that's good. Swing in with the Clackbridge. They'll be down to 8 health. Alright, so if they try to swing with both here, as long as we can survive, we'll be alright. So this puts us up to 11, which is a little bit extra health, which is fantastic, honestly. Pass to blockers. I absolutely have to block here. I think it's better to block the feather, so that way they can't just give it first strike. Whereas with Tajik, if they give it trample and first strike, it's a bit different. It's a bit different of a story. Okay, so they're dealing 5. That's fine. Is that it? Is that really it? No way. They have something else up their sleeve for sure. Right? They have to. I feel like we do single combat here. That way they can't play anything at instant speed. I don't think there are any flash creatures as far as I can think of. Oh, they sacrificed it. Oh, shit. Alright, well, I mean, hell, we got some card draw. Got some life. I got rid of both of their creatures. They can't play any more creatures. So, I think that's still a GG. Yeah. Nice. Nice. It is nice indeed. It is very nice. Alright. Good game. Good game. So, game 1 being picked up by Clackbridge Troll. Coming out and dominating. Taking down Boros Feather as well. That's not a deck to dismiss either. Alrighty, so game 1 being picked up, fantastic. What is my reward here? Orzhov Racketeers. Okay, well, it is what it is. On to a game 2. Black Strike gonna be our next foe for the day. Well, I see Clackbridge, I keep the hand. I'm a simple man, and that's how we're gonna do it. I mean, yeah, we got some Mortify, and God's Willing to protect it as well. But, y'all know me. Ooh, double Leyline. Hushbringer. Well, that is part of our combo, so hello and nice. 'Cause, yeah, having double Leylines just in your starter hand, you know. Cool. So we'll go ahead and play the Hushbringer. Hopefully this will negate some of whatever they may have. They are also playing Orzhov. Woohoo! Okay, so we actually have enough mana now to get down the Clackbridge Troll, which if we can, they don't have anything to sacrifice currently. I am enjoying this. Alright, we will go ahead and play the Orzhov Enforcer here. And swing in with the Hushbringer. Alright, one more turn. We get down the Clackbridge Troll. Are we going to be able to? Oh, no way. Should I wait, though? Like, they should have some removal. Yeah, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait on it. Till we have one more mana so I can play the God's Willing and play the Troll. Sorry, and play the Troll. Oath of Kaya coming down for our foe. Well, I guess it was kind of wasted anyways, but that's alright. We'll be fine. One extra mana. We don't need it anymore, because we don't have any more God's Willings in hand, so I'd rather see more playables. And I can actually just destroy. What would I like to destroy? Hexproof doesn't really bother me. If card would go into a graveyard. We don't have anything to bring back, so yeah, I think just Oath of Kaya, just get it out of here. And, ooh, another God's Willing. Look at that. I should have kept that fucking land. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? Oh, well, we're going to be swinging in, dealing 10 damage. Our opponent's already down to 7 health. That's crazy. Now, granted, it's not as much damage as quickly as mono red, but it is a lot of damage, and it is very quickly. Oath of Kai is going to save them? Just barely. Just barely. They have 1 health. 1 measly little health remaining. Oh, I suppose we could have played single combat. Well, that still doesn't save you unless... Oh! It's exiled, it's not killed. Right, it does save you. Oh. Am I blowing it? Am I blowing this victory? Single combat. Couldn't cast any creatures or planeswalkers, so they still would have been able to play the Oath of, or the Kai's Wrath. They are looking for some removal. They're like, how do I get rid of this fucking Hushbringer? Black Strike, gotta scoop it out. Oh man. I'm so happy that wasn't one of those games where our opponent came back at 1 fucking health, because that would have been super depressing. Glory Raiders, cool, cool, cool. Alright, so games 1 and 2 being picked up by Revenge of Clackbridge, and we're going to hop into a game 3. Crush Rush Ford, 326. Gonna be our 3rd and final flow for the day. Sure, we'll keep it. I have a Leyline in hand. Let's keep it. Let's see if this opponent concedes immediately because of my Leyline. Hopefully not, ideally not. Let's rearrange these cards a little bit. Submit. That and that. Alrighty, so Ethereal Absolution. Boy, oh boy, I would love to show you all the strength of Ethereal Absolution alongside Clackbridge Troll, because it is very awesome. Not only does it buff your Troll, it makes it to where those goats just immediately die. All your other opponent's 1/1's creatures die. So good. So good. This deck is honestly, it's very nice. It's very fun to play. It's something very different. It's a deck that uses both single combat and Clackbridge Troll. 2 cards that I looked at and I was like, yeah, there's got to be a way. You know, you see some cards and you're like, no, there's absolutely 10,000% has to be a way to do this, right? Do I even care about swinging in here? Nah. I'd rather keep these Death Touchers as its defenders. Oh, Legion Guildmage though, that's a card you don't see very often, so I'm very curious as to what they're playing around it. Maybe just a whole slew of Boros. It's just, its effects aren't very good, you know? Not very good. Do we even care about defending it? We have single combat in hand, which could honestly work well for us. Nah, I'm gonna go no blocks. I'm gonna go no blocks. No block arenas. We need some lands, we need some Clackbridge Trolls. If we can get those 2 things, I'll be a happy camper. If I can get another land, I'll probably go ahead and play single combat. Just keep the Vampire of the Dire Moon. We'll get the 1/1 Afterlife back from the Enforcer. Another Legion Guildmage. This is so strange. Who in the hell? Who the fuck plays Legion Guildmage? Ooh, Hushbringer's an interesting debate here. I think we wait on it. Because if I draw into another land next turn, that's a single combat, that's fantastic. Unless I have Hushbringer, in which case Orzhov Enforcer doesn't activate. Nah, I guess we're passing. At least this way we have two means in hands of getting down a very efficient Clackbridge Troll, right? God Eternal Oketra. Oh, that's certainly no small creature. No. Need a land. Vampire of the Dire Moon. That's not a land. Oh my goodness. Well, we can use God's Willing. I guess we're not going to use single combat, right? We're just going to use God's Willing. If that's the case, then I should go ahead and play my Hushbringer and Vampire of the Dire Moon. And try to get down the Ethereal Absolution, actually. Alright, so that's fine. God. The God Eternal Catcher. I haven't seen this card in so long, and I remember when it came out, I was like, oh, this is so fantastic. And now we have actual gods coming out that are indestructible, and I'm really very scared of those. Creatures you control gain first strike and vigilance. After this main phase, there's an additional combat phase. So what are they, just trying to remove me now? Cool. Okay. Well, let's dance then, motherfucker. Let's dance. There's another combat phase, yeah? Let's go block. White. Temple of Silence, that'll do. That's another land. Boom. Boom. Kill that. Oops. Yeah. Oops. There goes your Eternal. And I have a protection from white to defend. Oh, you know, okay. Brought back. Well. No. No. I want to land, I want to troll. I want to land, I want to troll. That's it. That's all I will accept at this time. Alright. Crush Rush Forward. What do you got for me? 3 cards left. Castle Ardenvale. What does that actually do? Does it give him a token? It does. Playing it at sorcery speed too. What a person. What a player. Shock. Alright, so are they swinging in? That is the question. Vampire of the Dire Moon. I mean, again, we could single combat if ever there was an opportune time. It is now, I suppose. Wipes their board. We don't have a Hushbringer down to... Yeah, we could do single combat. It prevents them from playing creatures. Sure. We'll keep one of the Vampire of the Dire Moons. Orzhov Enforcer will get wiped. We should have attacked first, yeah? Well, maybe not, because they probably would have wiped everything. Like, they would have defended against everything, I'm assuming. Maybe. Oh, well. Alright, so they can't play any creatures, which is fantastic, because I think they're a whole creature-based deck, right? They can use Castle Ardenvale and get up some 1/1s, but I'm not too concerned about those, as one land, one singular land, will allow us to get that Ethereal Absolution down and wipe all that. So yeah, Fabled Passage, coming at you. I mean, we're literally split on mana right now, so either one of those was fine, I feel. Ooh. Fantastic. Let's gain some life. Let's do this. Alright, so I feel like we're in range of victory now. We have Ethereal Absolution, so we can start removing some of their creatures and getting back our own. And their flyers, if getting back creatures wasn't enough, having them be flyers, 2/2 flyers, is all the better. Tajik. Look at that, a little 2/1 Tajik. So they swing in here, yeah? Yeah, okay. That at least puts their Boros Challenger back to the 2/3. Now, unfortunately, they can't build it this turn and then build Tajik, otherwise that would be a very cool back and forthness. But, yeah. You leave my... okay. Or you just kill it. You just swat it away. That's alright. We can get down to Vampire of the Dire Moon and... ooh, scratch all that. Clackbridge Troll. Vampire of the Dire Moon. Alright, you gonna sacrifice a creature, or are you gonna take 11 damage? That's your options here, Crush. Alrighty, they're just gonna scoop it up. They've seen enough. So, Clackbridge Troll picking up all 3 victories today. That is insane. This deck actually hasn't hasn't lost since I've played it. This is so good. This is so good. Ajin, AJN, whatever your name is, however you want it pronounced. This is fantastic. I'm loving playing this deck. It's winning a lot. And it's in standard shakeup, so, you know, keep that in mind. There are a lot of cards that aren't available, so people aren't necessarily playing these meta decks to really see if this is meta potential. But as far as this event goes, it's been a hell of a lot of fun. I was going to say a hell of a blast, but, you know, English words, brain, whatever. So if you've enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like down below. That's going to do it for today's video. And if you're new here, remember to subscribe. As always, I'll see y'all either later tonight or tomorrow. Peace.